everyone. Welcome to today's episode of Unraveling the Veil with your host, Katie from the yararose.com website. That is YARAROSE.com. You can also follow me on @YaraRoseHealing on both YouTube and Instagram to keep up with what's going on with me. Now let's get to today's episode. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. I'm so excited that you are tuning in with me today. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed the last couple of episodes with the amazing guests that we've had on. I know that I have found it very interesting to speak with these people and see through their eyes for that brief moment in time. I have loved every single one of the episodes. I think they add a great addition of being able to pivot and see things from other people's perspectives, which I just feel like no matter which part you resonate, there's some nugget in there that we can take and use in our own life for the betterment of our life. So I really hope that those have helped you like they have helped me. I deliberately made the decision to make this June episode a solo episode just because I feel like it's been a while since you and I have been able to connect and see where we are and what's going on. So I'm really thrilled just to be able to talk with you guys again today and let you know what I've been doing and what Spirit's been having me do and kind of what messages they've had coming through for me, which always seems like it's inadvertently also a message for you. So I did ask them today what the theme was, what they really wanted me to offer you in advice for June 2026. And they gave me the Storm card, which in this particular deck is about challenges and growth. It says, the storm brings challenges into your life. You may face significant obstacles, but these challenges will serve as opportunities for growth. Hold on, embrace the calm after the storm, and you will emerge stronger. I love storm analogies. Storms are just so interesting to me. I also asked for an angel number to correspond with the storm message. So there's a number that you can see and identify as part of this. It just kind of helps it make it more cohesive. And it also adds a little extra dimension and detail to the original message. And the angel number I got for you for the month of June 2026 is 1331. Good fortune. Have faith in your skills and talents, as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. A piece of good advice, a moment of enlightenment, or a comforting message is on its way. Everything will work out in your favor. What I think is so awesome about these two cards is that I feel like they kind of go together in the way that the storm brings sometimes chaos, unexpected shifts and change, and it can have you feeling fearful and scared of what these changes are going to do to your life. So the validation of 1331 saying, have faith in your skills and talents as they are a tool that can provide you with a bright future. To me, that's like seeing the rainbow after the storm. That's saying, first off, surrender your personal preferences during the storm. Try not to control what's happening in the storm because you cannot control what's happening. Surrender and hold on to your faith that on the other side, everything is going to be okay and that you will eventually come out the other side, because you will. And then the validation that not only will you come out the other side, but you actually have a bright future on the other end of whatever changes are happening in your life. Storms can come in so many different ways and shapes in our lives. They can be, a career crisis, a health crisis, a personal relationship dynamic change, any sort of change that wasn't necessarily expected, or even if it is expected, sometimes it can still cause enough havoc that you would correlate it as maybe a low-grade storm or something, right? Especially if you're very resistant to changing. So what I really love about their message is, hey, guess what? There's going to be some changes coming on the horizon, but it's going to be okay, because we're going to be here with you. And what you have been working on yourself internally, what you've been developing, those skills and those talents and those gifts that you have, they're going to shine through this storm and make you prosperous on the other side. So I don't know how that shows up in your life, but I think it's a very beautiful message, because in times of storm, it sometimes feels like spirit world or our angels or guidance or God or, Buddha, it feels like they abandoned us. It feels like they forgot about us, but that's not the case. And this is their way of telling you right here and right now before it even starts, hey, we're with you. You are going to make it through. That's profound. It just is. To know that you're not alone, to receive that heads up like, hey, something's going to be happening, but it's going to be okay. We are going to be here with you. And at the end of this, there's a bright tunnel, a bright future, a prosperous way forward. It's just priceless. Coming from someone who has, at some points in her life, really questioned whether there is anything else out there, I can tell you from personal experience that knowing in a very soul level that there are others out there with us, facing the same storm with us. They may be invisible. You may not feel them because you may be a little scared and you might not feel the vibration, but you know that they're there. And that makes facing any adversity, any challenge so much easier because you know you're not doing it alone. And you know that they're always helping you to make it the most pain-free as possible. Suffering really, truly does happen because of our perspective about what's happening. We are resistant sometimes because we really didn't maybe want that change to happen, or maybe we just fear what's on the other side. Maybe we just want to hug on to that devil we know because at least we know what to expect. And we've kind of created these habits and cycles and patterns and ways of being to enable ourselves to move through that. But we don't know what's going to be out there outside that comfort zone. We don't know what this change is going to bring in. And that can be scary to people. So just knowing that you're not alone, that spirit is going to be with you is so important because you know what? It doesn't matter where you are in life. It doesn't matter what month you're listening to this. There are always going to be changes of some kind coming up. And sometimes they aren't going to feel very good while you're first going through it. But to know that you are not alone and to know that you are going to make it through is providing you comfort in a time when you really need that. I appreciate my connection with the spirit world so much. I really do. I hope that through our journeys, you have been able to establish some sort of connection with your spiritual community, with your faith, whatever that is. I hope that you have that calm reassurance that you need when you're going through life's adversities, life's ups and downs, because you're always going to have ups and downs. You're always going to have pivots that you weren't expecting, and being flexible and resilient is so important, and being open to change and being open to opportunities, because sometimes the opportunity that you've been looking for doesn't come packaged in the way that you would have expected. Because it's different than what you would have thought, it may actually be a good thing, but you may be perceiving it in the moment as something that you did not want. That's what's so interesting about how life can play with you. It can be so exciting. It really can. I love you guys so much. I really hope that this message from Spirit today has helped you and will help you with whatever adversities you may face in the upcoming periods in your life. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. I wish you the most love, light, and inspiration. With all of my love, Katie.